Today is the day that the Lord has made. We'll rejoice and be glad in it. We want to thank God for Liberia, that the Liberian people are coming to their senses. I just want to remind us about something that happened in Liberia in the 80s. In the early 80s, late 80s rather, there was a prophecy that came that there was going to be a war in Liberia for 7 years. But we all know that the war lasted for 14 years. I believe it's because of our sin that God caused that war to last that long. Also, we were praying one time that God spoke to us in our prayer meeting that God was going to allow sickness to ravish Liberia for a while. And it happened in 2014 with Ebola. Why am I saying this? Today, in October this year, we're going to be having our elections. I want to caution Liberians to be very, very careful about who they vote for. Look, let our votes be based on the record of a person. During the Ellen Johnson administration, candidate Boakai was the vice president all along. And during that time, he was instrumental in the administration actually was instrumental in lobbying the international community to forgive our loan. At the time, we owed $4.7 billion, and Liberia could not pay that loan. So, and we're just coming out of war, and so the international community, the IMF, forgave our loan, but it forgave $4.4 billion. The balance $300,000, we had to pay that money. And Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was very, very instrumental in doing that. But since she left the office, she has been supporting this administration, which is very detrimental to the health of Liberia. This administration is worse in the history of not just Liberia, but any nation on the face of the earth. It's the worst, especially in our modern time. So we should not forget the promise that God said He will give her a leader. He will give her a leader. And this leader is not George Weah. We're not saying that JMB is the person actually that God has chosen to be the one that will bring about development, because the prophecy in the 1980s said that there will be, the person will come and he's the one who's going to build Liberia to the standard that every nation is today. And we want us to make the right decision this time. Do not base your votes on rice. Now we heard that the Saudi government gave George Weah rice to come and distribute to the poor. They caution him to make sure that he distributes his rice. He has that rice. He has not distributed them yet. We don't know what he's waiting for. We don't know whether he has sold it and he's using the money to run his campaign, or he intends to bring it last minute time. Let me tell you something. If Joshua gave you rights to vote, eat the rice. It is yours. It is yours. Take the rice and eat it. Do not vote for him. Do not vote for George Weah. The international community don't trust him. They can't trust him with rice. Up until now, no one has heard about that rice in Liberia. So do not trust him. I'm telling you, I'm warning you. Do not vote for George Weah. Vote for anyone else. I prefer Buckeye because he has the experience in government. But just don't vote for Weah. He's not a good person for Liberia. He plays football and that's all. He's good on the football field. The football field is not big like Liberia. He's only able to manage running around on the football field. He's not able to run Liberia. Running around on the football field is different from running your whole country. It's not the same. Liberian people, I want to caution you. God is about to bless us. Here is it there that we will learn about Liberia having natural resources without oil. If George Weah gets his hands on the oil, we'll be in trouble. The only thing that bless Liberia is that the international community is not giving George Weah the kind of support that he needs to develop the oil industry. But right now he has his people in the forest stealing the Liberian money. He's in laws. They are stealing our resources. You have Chinese people there stealing our resources, and the Liberian people are suffering, selling chicken on the street. You know, it is very, very dangerous for us. Why is it that we're the first black republic in Africa and we are the worst? Is that George alone responsible? But we should not allow him to contribute to it anymore for 6 more years. We should not allow that to happen. I want to caution us. Please, do not vote for George Weah. He has too much on his hands. When they brought him to the United States, when they called him, the CIA called him, he has now addressed the nation on why he was sent here. I mean, why they sent for him. He needs to tell us. He needs to tell us what's going on. Why did the CIA, not the Department of State, invited him? It was this, from between government and government, it is the state that invites us. That invites state to state, not the CIA. He is involved in money laundering. He is involved in drug deals. Look, my people, if we vote for George Weah, we'll be putting our future at stake. We need to distance ourselves from him. We need to distance ourselves from George Weah. George Weah is a dangerous man. He allowed those croonings, which are called vultures, to croak him and to destroy his future that he had. Well, it's up to him. If he decides to keep those croonings around him, he got men like Jefferson Koji and the criminals that are killing and stealing money, and Samuel Tuer stealing money. That's his business. But Liberia, we need to do something in order for this country, for Liberia to be something in the international community. Even though during Doe administration. And I want to say something to George Weah. Let me tell you something. There are two things I need to talk to you about. We love you, Liberian people love you. I'm one of those that really love you. But the Liberian people are suffering too much for me to continue my support for you. There are two things that we need to be careful about. There are two warning signs that every person of Liberia need to pay attention to. Number one, when you hear the people singing Monkey calm down or Baboon calm down, you need to calm down. The reason is this. From the time I've been knowing myself as a human being, when Toba was in power, that's the same song the people sang. They said they didn't, when they said Monkey calm down, and Toba didn't listen. And you know what happened to him? They sang the same song to Doe. Doe didn't listen. And I used to love that man they called Doe. He's like a family to me because he was the first person. Doe just used to like me. Whenever I used to be around him, when I used to be a journalist during that time, whenever he used to see me, he used to shake my hand. He used to say, he just used to be looking at me. I don't know, but I used to like him. I don't care what people say about him. I used to like Doe. And then He didn't listen when the people sang that song. Also, they sang that song to Taylor. At least he listened. Taylor was a smart man. He's a war-crime criminal, but he was smart. The Bible said when you found out that people are coming against you, 3,000 men are coming against you, and you got only 1,000, send in front and tell the person, look, I want the condition of peace. And that's what Taylor did. This is the time to do it. This is the time. You are still young. You still got your life ahead of you. Do not allow those vultures to fool you. They are just there to eat up every flesh and every bone and swallow every bone. And what vultures do. Do not listen to them. Leave if you can. Do not run. They just want to steal and keep you in trouble. Then they be in the background. In the end, they be somewhere else. The second sign of warning. Turbo visited. No, let me tell you something. Turbo visited Maryland County. Watch it. Anybody, if you're doing wrong and the people are against you, and you visit Maryland County, when you come back, that's it for you. Turbo, it happened to Turbo. He visited Maryland County. When he came back, the next week, in that same month, he was dead. Also, we know that his finance, not his finance minister, his Doe also did the same thing. Turbo visited Maryland County, he came back, he was dead. Doe also, the last place he visited, he had a birthday party. And after the birthday party, he couldn't even find his cake. How can he have a birthday party there's no cake? He was dead. But also there are some good things about Maryland. If you visit Maryland and God favor you, come back, something will happen to you. Good will happen to you. I visited Maryland County in December of 2007. In January of 2008, I was in the United States. I came on a student visa. Good things will happen to you when you go to Maryland County at the right time. Bad things will happen to you when you visit Maryland County if the people are not in your favor. The other man that visited Maryland County was the last time, like Jote. Jote visited Maryland County, and why he was a wicked man. He visited Maryland County. On his way back, the plane crashed and he died. I want to warn all of us. Liberia is our country. We how do you call it? If we reach to a point where we say, look, we don't want reconciliation. We don't want anyone else to go to the war crime court. Let us read that decision, my people. Liberia has suffered too long. We don't need when the people are suffering, it tends to spill all to everyone else. If we want our country to be healed, we need to do healing, make the people accountable. They are already confessed their sin. What they did, it would decide, look, we want to forget, go like the way South Africa went with a reconciliation, something. I want us to do that. Instead of letting the people go, and then they have their own relatives, then in the future they come disrupting. We need peace. We need peace of mind. We need peace. So that's what I want to say to us Liberians. Gotta be careful. This country needs to start enjoying life. The people need to start enjoying. We've been suffering too long. I beg. The people are suffering too much. I went there in 2018. When I went there after 7 years, after I went back to Liberia, I saw the people pushing water up the hill. I mean, it's terrible. I saw the people 18 years old who supposed to have their own houses, their own car. They are standing on the streets singing stupid song behind somebody, some political leader. And not supposed to be that way. People should not sit down and base the decision to vote or not to vote for a candidate on the analysis of the person's behavior, their platform and all that, not based on how much back already the person gave me, how much dollar the person gave me. That's what be based on that. So many people are cautioning you. Please, this is just a car talk. God bless you for the day. God bless you. Let us pray for Liberia.